This episode is brought to you by Contentful. Marketers, you know that feeling when your creative clicks? When that social post sends engagement through the roof? When your outside-of-the-box campaign hits ROI positive? When a personalized homepage turns prospects into customers? It's utter marketing bliss. Contentful helps you create tailored omni-channel experiences without working overtime. No stress, no limits, only possibilities. Get the feels at Contentful.com.
Hey, Amin.
What's up?
You know who's not solitaire anymore?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Anthony Mays.
Oh, yeah. I know. I saw it. I bore witness.
Yeah. One member of the Illuminati was there.
Whoa.
One of our 5-star generals.
Whoa. Am I a 5-star still now? Am I out?
You're still in, but
Did I lose a stripe?
You lose a half star.
it's a tough look for the next intra-committee meeting that we're going to have.
Yeah.
Some points are going to be raised.
Can I ask, Amin,
Yes.
do you think Mays is team solitaire? Or do you think he's too young? Like, this is a generation.
I don't know. I think Maze, what would have been the game? Minesweeper, maybe? No, that was also too old. What was the bullshit free game of your generation, Maze?
Free game. I mean, we were moving on to internet games that weren't built into your computer.
Right.
But I played solitaire at my grandma's house in the 90s.
Okay.
That is the last time I was playing solitaire on the computer.
Damn it.
Can I ask either of you, because you're both younger than me, have you ever played solitaire with actual cards?
Yes.
Yes.
But also many, many moons ago.
That's how I learned how to play solitaire. When it was on the computer, I was like, oh, how about that? The computer plays solitaire, guys. I remember that was a discovery.
Wow.
Whoa.
Advancements in technology.
You don't even have to see the card flip. It just kind of appears.
The Gateway XP 5000. Remember Gateway computers with the little cow print and all that? That was the first computer I had.
Gateway 2000, right?
Gateway 2000, yeah.
In the year 2000.
And I remember, what's the computer do? Like, you're not going to believe this. You can play solitaire on it. Like, yeah,
Play cards.
also, there was a predecessor for Wikipedia. It was an encyclopedia that Microsoft made. It's called Microsoft Encarta.
Mm-hmm.
And it came on a little CD-ROM.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal. You had Microsoft Encarta. You put that in, and then you could just search. Oh, just search things. Jupiter, how big is it? All that information was there. And it was like, wow, the information at our fingertips.
Jupiter, how big is it?
Fast forward to 2025 and solitaire is back.
Solitaire's back, baby.
Better than ever.
It's amazing. Where do we begin with Stephen A?
Oh, we're talking about Stephen A.
Yeah, we're talking about Stephen A. Yeah, that's where we're going with it.
Oh.
We're not talking about Tom's vacation. He hasn't been firing up solitaire.
The amazing thing is,
Stephen A.
he's Stephen A. Smith. He's running for president, right? He doesn't have one of those screen blurs. What do you call it? Like a screen tinter?
Oh, the polarizing privacy guard. That's what it's called.
Yeah, like you're Stephen A. At this point, when you're such a public figure, you might want...
I got one.
Yeah, after the NBA Finals in 2022, I would imagine that would invest in one of those.
KOC? Whoops.
We were doing research for a movie that involved a certain adult film actress, and so I was searching.
That's porn on the computer? Whoa, what are you doing? You left your computer earlier. What are you doing, Amin?
Oh my god! Amin.
Hold on.
Goodness!
That was
What are you doing at
7
the
hours
game?
ago.
What?
That was
I
7
swear to
hours
God.
ago.
I swear to God, it was research. I swear to God.
Yo,
Zach, you know what?
did KOC just catch you watching porn? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Two things. Number one, I don't have one on my laptop. I have nothing to hide on my laptop.
Nothing to hide.
Number two, especially because of this, because the finals have been in Oklahoma City, which is in Oklahoma, and Indianapolis, which is in Indiana, that stuff is all blocked. They're one of 14 states where it's illegal. Cannot watch.
No research allowed.
No research allowed.
But Tom, I'm sorry. You expect a 57-year-old man playing solitaire on his phone to have the awareness to put a polarizing screen guard on there to stop other people from seeing what he's doing?
Yeah, well, now in retrospect, I didn't know he was a solitaire guy until he was known to be a solitaire guy. I just assumed that Stephen A., given how much of a public figure he is, that he would want to make sure he had his privacy. But this, when he got caught doing it in the middle of the game, the NBA Finals, because he's on the set for ESPN, ABC, and in the middle of the game, someone catches a photo of him playing solitaire. And He responds,
I was doing what the hell I always do. And for those out there who don't like it, kiss my ass. When I'm watching the game, I'm watching the game. If there's a break in the action, it could be a dead ball, it could be a timeout or something like that. I can play the damn thing for 2 seconds. Somebody is standing over me, upper deck, zooming in on my phone, watching me and saying, "Oh, he's playing solitaire. He's not focusing on the game." I watch over 100 games a year. I'm on TV every morning for 2 hours, 10 hours live every day. And that's just one job. That don't count Countdown. That don't count Sports Center. That don't count all the obligations that I have. And I'm sitting there and getting a little break, and I decide to play a little solitaire, which, by the way, I always do. And I mean always. If I sit up there, if there's halftime, I might go on my phone for 2 minutes and play solitaire. At the end of the game, before a game, I do the same thing. Damn it, if you had a little break in between, I might have been praying it again because I like the game. I work too damn hard, too long, too many hours to be worried about what people think I'm doing for 30 seconds. They can kiss off. I ain't worried about it. It's what I do. I do what I do.
And then someone retweeted that with a video. They had receipts. They had a video of him during the middle of a fast break. Man, how is he going to Houdini his way out of this straitjacket here?
Well, may I speak up on behalf of the gentleman whose voice I often imitate but never duplicate? He's holding his phone, thusly. It's on, but we're seeing the back end. It was the back of his head and the thing on. But the reverse angle, I believe, would be of him watching the game while the phone is just in his hands, active. And so if his thumb had been moving, if his head was tilted down, I could see, oh, they caught you red-handed. But it's just him with the phone open.
Maze, let's Zapruder this. I want to see this.
Throw it up on there.
People are talking about Stephen A's hairline usually. What about his sight line? You're saying his sight line, we don't know if he was actually looking at the solitaire. He could have been watching the game.
Thumbs are clear. Head is up.
Ooh, did he just look up?
But my issue with this, Amin, is that according to his own account of details, this is during a break. Why shouldn't a man be allowed to play solitaire during a moment of downtime? That's his big defense.
This is America, right?
And you can clearly see in this video that it is game time and that players are going up and down the court and the game is open. So what is he anticipating the break?
Yes, my point is his phone is open. He hasn't locked his phone, but that doesn't mean he's actively playing. As you've noticed, the thumbs are clear and the head is facing away.
The thumbs are clear.
So it might have been coming back from break. It might be in anticipation of a break. Either way, I don't think he locks his phone. I think he just has it up. And then when you get a break in action, because solitaire is not a dynamic game, right? It's card by card, play by play. So
sure,
literally, it could be a sub, and I can take this king and drag it over to this empty spot here and take that red queen and put it on the black king. And now I'm back. No need to lock and no need to change behavior or anything.
Clear thumbs, full hearts, can't lose is what I'm saying, right?
Pretty much.
He is someone that I think needs to lean into this, guys. This is my theory.
Well, he did, didn't he?
I mean, really lean into it. I mean, ESPN Bet is going to be on his phone the next game.
Oh.
He's going to use this and start selling ad space on his cell phone now.
Sell ads? Oh, I like this.
So game 6, what do you think, leader in the clubhouse? Is it State Farm? Is it ESPN Bet? Like, what is it? And is that legal? I think it's legal. I don't know what the rules are here, but what do you think?
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew on his phone?
Yeah, just the Blue Chew.
The Blue Chew Gabe?
The Blue Chew ordering form. Maybe a referral code on it? Promo code Stephen A?
Nah, man. Pokemon Go. Come on down, Stephen A. We got to catch them all, baby. Catch a Jigglypuff down at the Canseco Fieldhouse. Let's do it.
The Jose Canseco Fieldhouse.
Yep.
What's our budget? Can we get a basketball Illuminati?
Oh, we should have the Illuminati episode, this episode up on there. People are like, what is that? What's on his phone? What is that triangle? What does that eye in the pyramid mean?
Third eye do. What third eye do?
That's how they get indoctrinated. I got to be honest, though. When I saw him doing the interview with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson, I thought he should have started playing solitaire in the middle of the interview just to prove I have all my mental faculties. And you're not going to be able to knock me down. I didn't get to where I am, getting paid how much I get paid, to be paying attention to what people on the internet think about me. You don't want to make an enemy out of me.
My assignment: uncover why the association inspires more conspiracy theories in volume and salience than any other U.S. sport.
So you've heard of the Illuminati.
The truth is out there, but so are lies.
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them.
The NBA has always been controlled by about 8 people.
Denial is the most predictable of all human responses.
If you're only using 10% of your brain, you don't even know that you're using 10% of your brain.
The NBA Illuminati.
If coincidences are just coincidences, why do they feel so contrived?
The Illuminati.
But you start to follow the money, and you don't know where the f*** it's going to take you.
It is unspoken. They have influence among other players.
The NBA Illuminati.
I don't have time for your convenient ignorance.
Maybe I'm a conspiracist now as well.
That's all it took. Oh, we got books, we got schools. You saw a video on YouTube.
Why my eyes, sir? You've never used them before.
We are the basketball Illuminati.
This is Basketball Illuminati. I am Tom Haberstroh, and as always, I am joined by the 5-star Illuminati generals Amin Elhassan and married man super producer Anthony Mays. Congratulations on your nuptials, Anthony. I would say I'm a 4-star general until I prove myself otherwise. I apologize for missing your wedding, Mays, but we have lots to get to today.
He's like, get that wedding shit out of my way.
Yeah.
I have a lot to get to, sir.
Step aside. One of the biggest moments of your life, if not the biggest moment of your life. We're going to talk Scott Foster later in the program. Some research I did about whether the extender nickname is appropriate, if it's a myth or if it's true.
Foster's Australian for extender.
But first,
You are listening to The Agenda with Amin Elhassan and Tom Haberstroh. Guys, it only took 5 games, only 5 games of the NBA Finals for us to get what we really wanted.
Butchu.
A little pageantry.
Oh, pageantry, sorry.
A little ceremony, a little pomp and circumstance.
should we get some pop and circumstance for our call about pop and circumstance? We should have a pageant about our call for pageantry.
Wow.
Pageantry. I was close. Sorry.
Jeff Pageantry.
We were ahead of the game once again. We've been calling for it with our guy, Nate Jones of Goodwin Sports. Jones on the NBA. Weeks ago, he said, hey, what the NBA needs to do is what NBC did decades ago, is bring back the starting lineups. We need to take a page out of WWE. And here he comes. Here he comes. Wait a minute. Game 5, we've got the starting lineups in OKC. And man, they slap. It was great. I loved it.
I'm telling you guys, there is nothing like that atmosphere in the NBA. It's staggering how loud it is. And I think what makes them different from other players, because I think Oracle, the first year of the finals, was louder. Actually, I'm fairly sure of it. I think Cleveland, the first year, and secondly, 2016, Game 6, was louder. But in terms of a consistent, deafening roar, orchestrated in unison, it's almost like the triangle offense. It's all reads. So the first possession of every Thunder game, they play the start of Jay-Z PSA. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is OKC. They just know. When he gets to my name is Hove, it goes, oh, and then they know that's an O, and then we start chanting KC, OKC, OKC, over and over again. Everyone's got these clappers. They give them out after the game's over. They're still giving them out on the concourse. Fold them up kind of like a geisha girl fan, and they go, crack, crack.
Well, this is the callback to the AC game.
Mm-hmm.
The Spurs had not had these clappers before, and then all of a sudden, when they lose their AC,
Sure.
magically everyone in the stands has these fans.
You don't fool me, Greg Popovich. You're never going to fool me. I know what I felt in the tunnel by the Spurs locker room, the unmistakable feeling of the gust of cold air. But this has been happening, and I'm like, y'all don't get to see any of this. It just starts with the tip of the game. Now, did they show the starting lineup and stay, or did they go to commercial after the starting lineups?
I'm pretty sure it was commercial.
That's heavy inventory right there. You don't want to give that up.
But it was a solid 3.5 minutes of pomp and circumstance before we got started. which was appreciated, including the little highlight reel video, including clips from this finals.
So the thing about showing the intros, I was thinking about this. Why does this matter? And it's more than the pomp and circumstance of knowing like, oh, it's the NBA Finals. They show things like this. It's also, I remembered as a child, having not gone to any NBA game ever in my life, or maybe I've been to a couple of Nets games across the river. And you watch all these games on TV during the year. You watch these games on TV during the playoffs, but you never see the starting lineups. So you have no idea, like, what do they do there? What's their thing? This was like your window into that world. Like, oh shit, that's how they do it in Utah? That's how they do it in Houston? That's how they do it in Chicago? That's how like Chicago's intro became famous. Because they would play that shit in the NBA Finals. And you're like, oh, these Bulls are running down Michigan Ave or whatever. And then you hear Ray Clay, all of these things were learned collectively by millions of people who were watching it. And if we hadn't seen it, we wouldn't know. We would have no idea what their thing is out there.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I love about the Blazers broadcast is our producer, Greg Fonseca, was like, we need starting lineups.
I got Greg Fonseca. Yeah, I know from ESPN.
Used to produce NBA Today. Great guy. And he's like, we need our fans at home to want to be at the arena, to feel what it's like to be at the arena, the energy.
Yep.
It's all interconnected, right? It's all part of the marketing. It's all part of the culture. And it's so great. I sit back, I'm working, and I sit back and I'm excited for the lineups. It gets you excited to work, to check in, to watch the game. And they brought it out in Game 5. Now, think about this from a production standpoint. Game 1, there was no decal, no starting lineups. Game 2, there was a decal, it was trophy decal. Then they switched off of the Larry O'Brien trophy and brought in the script quarter 2. Then in quarter 3, they brought it back, the trophy back, and then brought the final script in the fourth quarter. Then in Game 3, let's just stick with the final script for the entire game. Game 4, they did it the same. Then, not to be outdone, the ESPN broadcast said, wait a minute, the Illumination, we hear you. We're going to bring back the starting lineups.
It actually reminded me of Succession, Tom. We here for you.
Yeah.
Is what the NBA told us all.
Yeah.
We have chips in all of your phones and all of your set-top boxes at home, and we here for you. We know that you're pissed that you're not getting those starting lineups, and it only took us 4 more games in approximately 2 weeks, but we are going to deliver starting lineups to our constituency.
Again, can I take the other side and say we are placing unfair blame / credit with the NBA for the absence and then the return of starting lineups.
Are you saying it's a domestic change that took place?
I'm saying that the reason why we didn't have starting lineups for all those years, all them years, is because somebody realized, hey, this 90 to 120 seconds right before the game starts is prime time real estate. I can make a shit ton of money on the ad revenue here on this inventory. So let's just cut the starting lineups. We can squeeze in 3, maybe 4 ads and then get right back to the opening tip. That was a decision that was made. And so the NBA doesn't have any control of that. That's the broadcaster who does that. That's the broadcaster who makes that decision to say, I don't want to show that. I want to sell that. Because ultimately the NBA got its money when it signed its TV deal. The way the TV deal works is the broadcaster now has to sell advertising against that. If I paid $77 billion, you're damn sure I want to make sure I'm making more than $77 billion in ad revenue or whatever, right? In revenues in general, but as much ad revenue as possible. And so it wasn't the NBA that took it away, and it wasn't the NBA that brought it back. It was ESPN shrewdly allowing the NBA to take all the hits and all the blame.
Well, I mean, I am looking at it right now, and they did the starting lineups for about 4 minutes, and then they went right into tip-off.
That's a lot of money.
There was no commercial break. There wasn't a commercial break until
there you go.
About the 13-minute mark of the broadcast.
4 minutes is 8 commercials, 8 30-second spots. And think about how much a 30-second spot is going for during the NBA Finals.
Think about how many solitaire games
Yeah.
Stephen A could have played and also had paid for because of the commercial sponsorships that would have gone in there.
They definitely have to pay off his salary.
Do you think Tyrese Haliburton is going to be playing solitaire in Game 6? Word is that he has a calf strain and that he is going for an MRI. As of this recording, we don't have the MRI results here in the Illumination, but it will be determined if he's going to play for Game 6. And he was limited in Game 5, so much so that he almost went scoreless, almost didn't make a basket the entire game, which point I was actually thinking the only way he could top what he's already done this postseason is if his only basket is a game winner.
Yeah.
He's checked off every other box. It would have been just great theater if he was chilling for 47 minutes and then hit a step back 3-pointer on his left calf.
Good night.
I was surprised with how TJ McConnell was cooking in that game, that he didn't play the rest of that game.
Yeah, I agree, Tom. You got to probably give TJ a little more rope there, but I'm assuming that by giving it his all, he was probably pretty tired. Probably needed a little bit of a break. And then they tried to get Tyrese back out there. It wasn't working, and it all crumbled after that.
I don't think TJ McConnell gets tired.
Me neither.
I don't think he does.
Ever.
No. Like Matthew Dellavedova needed IVs. Steph Curry put him in the hospital. But does TJ McConnell get tired? I don't think he does. I think his turbo bar is always full.
Well, then, according to your research, he absolutely should have stayed out there then.
Yeah. A lot of reporting went into that.
You don't cool down the hot hand, Rick Carlisle. That dude, hey, man, if he had hit that three, I was ready to lose my mind right there on Media Row. I was ready to lose my mind. It was incredible. I turned to the guy behind me and I said, this is what they must have felt like in Boston in 86 when Jordan just dropped 63 on it. Like, what?
Some of the reactions. I don't know if you guys saw Jared Weiss's tweet where he said that TJ McConnell was 75% of Isaiah Thomas. And he got all the old heads coming out. David Aldridge came out of nowhere. Was like, now take it easy, Jared. Pump those brakes, Jared. Settle down, all right?
If he had said 10% Isaiah Thomas, I think they'd be really upset. Like, it didn't matter. Any comp to Isaiah.
This is what I said at the time. You know how Larry Bird said on that day that was God disguised as Michael Jordan? I said, that's God disguised as Michael Jordan disguised as TJ McConnell.
Oh, man. He was so good.
Regardless of what happens in the series, 40 years from now, TJ McConnell's going to be sitting there in his rocking chair. His grandkids are going to Pop, tell us about the NBA Finals. Oh, you know, Pop once took over the NBA Finals. They had no answers for Pop. Don't believe me? Pull it up on YouTube. Pull up the box score on Basketball Reference. Look at the third quarter.
Turn off your solitaire. Pull up YouTube. And watch TJ. Papa TJ.
Pop TJ. We outscored them 34-28 in the third quarter, and I had 13 of them things.
The way he's left the MVP in the dust in this series, routinely getting by him and just going to the cup. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's like, what am I supposed to do with this dude?
Can we confirm that TJ McConnell has a 72-inch vertical? Only when he's taking an 8-foot jump shot, though.
Yeah. How does he get it off?
Anywhere else on the court, no. If he's taking a jump shot in the paint, that motherfucker, he's got flubber in his shoes.
He might have the highest release point of any.
Did you just tear your Achilles? Are you okay?
I rolled my ankle.
Sitting down?
Sitting down?
Yes.
Trey.
Oh, no.
I thought tearing your ACL and teaching is bad. You turned your ankle sitting down?
I heard it go. It's going to be swollen.
Amin Elhassan is questionable for Game 6. Got a breaking news.
With a seated rolled ankle.
It's more sprained news than breaking news, but.
Hello, listener. It's Producer Maze here to talk to you about Quince and their cookware. Cooler nights mean cozy meals at home, and Quince's cookware has made fall cooking so much more enjoyable. Their pieces deliver the quality and performance of luxury brands, but at a price that makes sense. And they look gorgeous on the stovetop, too. No matter what item you need to complete your kitchen, Quince has you covered. With 5-ply stainless steel pots and pans, nonstick skillets, chef-quality knives, and even ceramic bakeware, which is perfect for cozy casseroles or Sunday roasts. And when you look at these prices, you might think, how is Quince doing this? How do they deliver high-quality items similar to high-end brands that are half the price? Well, let me tell you, they partner directly with ethical top-tier factories to cut out the middlemen and pass the savings on to you. And it's not just cookware. I got myself some bath sheets. That's right. When you're a tall man, you have to use bath sheets, not bath towels from Quince. It's like drying off with the cloud. It's incredible. Upgrade your kitchen for cozy fall meals with premium cookware from Quince. Go to quince.com/dings for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/dings, DINGS, to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/dings. Hello, listener. It's producer Maze here to talk to you about Kindred. Now, close your eyes like Owen Wilson during a job interview and imagine a way to travel that feels personal, comfortable, and connected without the price tags and the sterile feelings of hotels or short-term rentals. Now open your eyes and stop using your imagination because Kindred has made it very real. That's exactly what they do. Kindred is a members-only home swapping network. It's not a hotel. It's not a short-term rental. It's a smarter way to travel where each stay feels like home. Here's how it works. With Kindred, your home is your ticket. You earn credits by hosting fellow Kindred members, and then you use those credits to stay in over 220,000 homes in more than 100 cities worldwide. There are no hotel costs or rental fees, just the credits that you've earned. Every stay comes with white glove service, 24/7 trip support, and $100,000 in host protection. Make it easier for you to travel and enjoy yourself and not worry about details. I've used Kindred and I found an amazing home for a weekend getaway in an idyllic location with amazing views and great ambiance. It had everything I needed. And the best part was, it cost me $0. So apply now at livekindred.com and use code DINGS to join for free. Plus, you'll earn 5 nights of travel credit just for signing up. That's right, that's 5 whole nights for free at livekindred, KINDRED.com, code DINGS, DINGS, livekindred.com, code DINGS.
Listener, listen up. This is important, okay? I'm going to try to save you some money here. If you're still overpaying for wireless, it's time to say yes to saying no. At Mint Mobile, their favorite word is no. You may think like, oh, that's bad. No contracts. No monthly bills, no overages, no hidden fees, no BS. Here's why I said yes to making the switch and getting premium wireless for $15 a month. You heard that correctly. $15 per month. Ditch overpriced wireless and the jaw-dropping monthly bills. And of course, there are all these hidden fees and stuff, but at Mint Mobile, plans start at $15 per month. All the plans come with high-speed data, unlimited talk and text. You're not doing like weekend and nighttime minutes or anything like that. And it's delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone. Don't have to get a new phone. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all of your existing contacts. I switched months ago. People have asked, did you actually switch? Yes, I actually switched months ago, and I don't know what to do with all this extra money. I've cheated the system here. I've rigged something. This is an Ocean's 11 situation where I'm stealing wireless from Mint. That's how good a deal it is. Ready to say yes to saying no? Make the switch at mintmobile.com/dings. That's DINGS. That's mintmobile.com/dings. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 per month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
What about J-Dub? Brian Windhurst was saying that J-Dub reminds him of Scottie Pippen.
Shit.
That he is the Scottie Pippen for Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan in this analogy is obviously
TJ McConnell?
Alex Caruso.
Oh.
Yeah, samesies. I mean, did Scottie Pippen ever score 40? You know who also never scored 40 in the NBA Finals? Larry Bird. Hakeem Olajuwon, Dirk Nowitzki, Kawhi Leonard, Karl Malone. 5 guys right there. All-time greats.
Shaq. No, Shaq had 40 in the finals.
I mean, he was going in and out on them Pacers. Sorry, what?
What a burger.
I'm telling you right now, I was saying this shit all year long. People were saying, is Jalen Williams good enough to be a number 2 for a team that wants to win a championship? And I was like, yes, what are you guys watching? I don't know. I'm not so sure. Even in these playoffs, people were trying to question my man, Jalen Williams, the pride and joy of Perry High School in Gilbert, Arizona. I was like a proud papa, a proud pop, all the way in the rafters. Like, that's my boy. That's my boy, J-Dub. Just started barking by myself because he didn't get the recognition for game 4, by the way. yes, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander kind of shut the door, but the person who did the push, it was Jalen Williams getting to the front of the rim over and over again, and like a good Phoenix area kid doing the Steve Nash, get off on my right foot to finish with my right hand. I get off on my left foot to finish with my left hand, throwing off the shot blockers, throwing off the defense. That was the engine that pushed the game forward in game 4. And guess what? TJ McConnell, amazing third quarter, 13 points. The Pacers won the quarter. Awesome. They cut the lead, all that stuff. You know who else had 13 points in that third quarter that people don't remember? It's Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams was cooking too. And so I was ecstatic that last night he got the headline, he got the shine, and people finally recognized what the pride and joy of Perry High School in Gilbert, Arizona, which is probably 15 minutes away from my house, was doing out on the court there. You're welcome.
Look at me, Lou. Why'd you have to go probably 15? Couldn't you just say 15? No one's fact-checking that. Just say 15.
I want people to know that I am dependable, reliable, and upfront. I'm not here to sell you guys snake oil.
My favorite thing that J-Dub does is this scoop layup high off the glass.
That's the one. That's the wrong foot layup that Steve Nash perfected.
It's one of my favorite shots in basketball. It's so hard to do. It's so hard to block. And he does it at such a high speed. I don't understand how he gets the right touch. Allen Iverson comes to mind, is like, leave it really high off the glass.
Absolutely.
How do you do that going a million miles an hour? He's so talented. He just turned 24. And Marcus Elliott of P3, the director of P3 Sports Performance, he said that one of the best movers, best kinematic movers they've ever tested at P3
Kinema
is Jalen Williams.
I believe it.
Sam Presti, the Oklahoma City Thunder, targeted him and were like, he's a top 5 guy for us. And we got him outside the top 10. And they were able to get Jalen Williams as far down in the draft as they did. And part of it is because he doesn't look like he's athletic in the same way that another Arizona guy, Arizona State, James Harden, doesn't look athletic, but goddamn, can he move?
I'll tell you what they both have. Number one, they are incredibly strong.
Yeah.
He's strong as shit. I don't know if you saw when he got matched up with Pascal Siakam. And Siakam usually has his way on these mismatches to get to where I want to. And it was like he was trying to back up the Empire State Building. He went, pop, and he just stopped right there. Like, oh, shit. So they're both strong with like a low center of gravity, but then a little bit of loose hips, shall I say. They're great at this way, that way.
Careful with your joints, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You've had a little trouble on this pod.
Yeah, don't pop your hip out and need a replacement before game 6.
Pop, pop.
Pop.
Efficiency of motion. So in this sense, reminds me of Kawhi Leonard. Not a whole lot of bing, bang, boom, bop, 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 bop dribbles. It's just, I'm going to go this way. And if you try to cut me off, I will cross back or spin back. I will basically counter move back in the other direction, and you can't beat me to both spots at once. And then, like we said, the feet work. Where I'm finishing, how I'm getting my defender off balance. He is so incredible at no wasted motion. And you know what? Maybe there is a defender out there who can beat him to that spot, who can expose the lack of a bag, as they speak. But that motherfucker don't seem to be playing in the finals right now. So, hey, man, it's his world.
He's so good. And the way he just takes over when Shai's like, yo, they're hounding me full court. I'm not able to break free. Can you run point for the next 2 games? And that's what he does. Jalen Williams is like, oh, yeah, I got you. I got you. And as soon as I turn the corner at half court, I'm just going to go to the rack and no one's going to be able to stop me. He gets ahead of steam and he's like LeBron. You said it, like he's so strong. He gets to his right hand, got that scoop. He's got great decel and he can dunk. Like sometimes you're just like, oh, he's not going to lay that in. He's going to go up and dunk that shit. So yeah, we get the starting lineups in game 5. We got the signature Jalen Williams arrival game that he is now in the conversation for finals MVP.
Whoa, Tom, whoa. Trying to stir up controversy here? You're handing Jalen Williams the MVP trophy?
When Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is playing as well as he is down the stretch in game 4, what's that about? Oh, it's because Jalen Williams was completely taking over the game and allowing Shai to get some rest. Daigneault took him out of the game with like 4 minutes left in a close game. Yeah, Shai, you need to take a breather here. And J-Dub was like, I got you. I got this. I will carry you guys all the way to the finish line. And that's what he did.
All right. Well, Shai's only averaging 32 points a game in the NBA Finals.
Big whoop.
You know, it's really chopped cheese compared to Jalen Williams with his 40-piece in Game 5. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. He can hand the trophy to Shea like a good number 2 would.
Maze, do you think Scott Foster is the extender, or do you think Mark Daigneault is the extender?
Wait. When you ask that question, we got to do the Mark Daigneault squint. This is what Zach Harper pointed out to me. Now I can't unsee it. Whenever, there it is. Tom's got it. Maze, you got to open your mouth. You're speaking in Greek, and he speaks Greek, but not well. I'm trying to process what you're saying.
And he's always looking at the Jumbotron. He's always looking up.
Yeah.
Trying to see the replay.
Fun to replay.
He says all his buddies text him about that. And he's like, I don't know. My eyesight's perfect. I think I just have a thing.
Yeah.
It's coming through in Greek, and he's got to translate.
We all got ticks. That's what makes it a tick, is if you don't know what it is and you don't know that you're doing it.
So Daigneault starts Kayson Wallace in Game 1. A little too much?
Perhaps.
Is that Kayson's name in there, or is that Isaiah Hartenstein going back to double big lineups?
It's a lot better since they went back to the double big lineup.
That's right.
Everybody jumped on it, right? We were talking about on Do You Believe that he got way too cute. He refused to back down. He would never back down, you might say.
Never back down.
From that stance in Game 2, and then they won. So he says, oh, well, we won, so obviously it's fixed, and we'll do it again for Game 3. And then they lost again. So a team with a crazy win percentage and point margin has lost 2 out of 3 games with a completely different starting lineup. Finally, let's get Hartenstein back in there in the starting lineup for the last 2 games. 2-0.
I can't remember a time. I actually looked this up. Had a team started Game 1 with a different starting lineup than they finished in the Western Conference Finals or the Eastern Conference Finals. Because we've seen lineup changes, right?
Iguodala.
Famously, Mike Bibby starting Game 1 of the NBA Finals, and then Eric Spoelstra being like, it's too late, but Mario Chalmers, yeah, you should have been starting this whole time in 2011. But this move to go away from basically a 75-win pace with Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein starting, it seemed like he was too cute by half.
The Hartenstein-Holmgren combination playing together at any time in the NBA Finals, 27 minutes. Offensive rating of 110, defensive rating of 95.2. They're a plus 14.8 points per 100 possessions with a defensive rebound rate of 85%, which you're like, yeah, duh. But when you look at how Indiana got back in the game and how they've been able to subsist is on that glass right there.
And how did J-Dub get going in Game 5? He was getting backdoor passes from Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yep.
Didn't even have to do anything. Didn't have to dribble. Just ran right at the basket and dunked it. It was beautiful.
Or Hartenstein's laying dudes out in this screen.
In the backcourt.
And then you get J-Dub downhill at the three-point line. You're not stopping that guy.
68% of all field goals made when those two are on the floor are assisted. That is the highest assist rate for any two-man combo that isn't like the guys that played 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Basically, any two-man combo that's played more than 10 minutes for the Thunder in this series, that's the highest one.
So they're not playing solitaire.
Yeah, there's a lot to like and not much to criticize. And yet, Mark Daigneault spent 3 games trying to convince us he was smarter than everybody.
So why do you think they would call him the extender, Tom?
Well, maybe he just wanted to do the NBA solid. Is like, let's get a 6-game series out of this. Everyone thinks that Scott Foster is the extender, but maybe it's Daigneault.
I'll tell you who the extender is for real. If it were up to like Desire, right? It's Big Rich in Oklahoma City. That guy is raking in hand over fist money every time the Thunder play a home game.
Come on, come back for Game 7.
If it could be a Game 9, I think Big Rich would be here for it.
If Game 7 ended in a tie.
Let's talk Scott Foster right after this.
What does that look like? You doing your own research? Are you doing studies yourself? Are you in the lab on a nightly basis? What are you doing?
Do your own research.
Do your own research.
Do your own research.
Do your own research.
Doing your own research.
I'm not a scientist. I'm not here to tell everyone that this is it. For me, it's just giving everyone a chance to do their own research and find their own knowledge.
All right, so Scott Foster, Chris Paul's nemesis, something like 3-17 against the spread in the playoffs when Scott Foster was officiating. Lost 13 straight games or didn't cover against the spread in 13 straight games. Scott Foster, in his Wikipedia, dare I say his Encarta CD-ROM, it says, also known as the Extender. Is that still on? I'm going to look this up.
Oh, yeah. Or Agent 48.
Second paragraph.
In bold.
What's Agent 48?
Another 48 minutes, maybe? Extend the series, get another 48? Is his number 48? And so they consider him to be...
Scott Foster, number 48.
Wow.
Did they get to pick their numbers?
So Scott Foster is a legendary official. He is also one of Tim Donaghy's closest friends back in the day. So much so that he is the godfather of Tim Donaghy's kid. And as part of the Pedowitz report, the commissioned, quote unquote, independent report that David Stern and the NBA had asked for a law firm to investigate the Tim Donaghy scandal and to find if there were any other refs implicated, the scope of this, if he was guilty, if there's any evidence of him throwing games. There's a big section in there about Scott Foster on the phone more times than any other referee with Tim Donaghy, before games, after games. And correlation is not causation, but this relationship has kind of put this black eye on Scott Foster ever since the Tim Donaghy scandal, is that this guy was like his closest friend and was calling him during this stretch in which he was betting on his own games and affecting those bets with his calls. You're telling me this guy wasn't in on it? Well, there's nothing ever. We've never gotten any evidence to suggest that Scott Foster was actually using that information or implicated in the scandal. However, he is known as the Extender for something that I think has gotten a little bit too much play, is the idea that he is doing the NBA's bidding by extending series. And Amin, can you explain why extending a series is doing the NBA bidding?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the inventory, the revenues grow exponentially with every additional game. The worst case scenario of an NBA Finals is it doesn't even matter who's playing in it. It matters that it goes fast. If it goes fast, 4 games, that's bad. Bad for business. We want 7 ideally, but 6 is like the happy medium. So if you've got a series that's going to end in 4 or 5, you kind of want it to have a little bit of life. You want both teams to win at least 2 games so we can get to 6. And that 6th game means 3 home games for the favorite, 3 home games for the underdog. It also means, as I said, extra inventory for the broadcast partner to sell ads against, and all the other stuff that goes along with making basketball. Basically, we want to keep playing basketball. We don't want to stop playing basketball, and that's essentially what the finals is. It is the finality of the season. So as much as you can extend it, that's a little bit more money, and the most valuable kind of money, right? It's not like, oh, we added 5 games at the beginning of the year. That should handle it. No. This is prime time. Give me all the cash.
Yeah, and so the idea was Scott Foster gets put on to game 4, and of course, OKC wins it. And so now everyone's saying that Pacers should have won in 5, but they put Scott Foster on the game to extend the series, and now it's 2-2, and they guarantee that they have at least 2 more games rather than 1. So there's this great Reddit study. Found out that statistically speaking, there is no effect of Scott Foster extending playoff series. He has refereed more playoff games since 2015 than any other official. And because we remember, our brains do tricks on us. We remember the times that he did extend the series, but we don't remember the times in which he did not. And the evidence suggests that, yes, there's a slight increase of the team that's trailing in a series wins when Scott Foster is refereeing a game. And it's like a very minuscule percentage difference. It is not statistically significant, and therefore you cannot say that this is his doing or it's outside of the realm of luck. But what is interesting, and what I found at TomTheFinder.com, is that the Extender nickname has a kind of a double entendre. And I'm not talking about Blue Chew, okay?
Extends?
I'm talking about the fact that he calls more fouls than any other referee, which is a certifiable fact. That is a fact. That Scott Foster averages more foul calls and more whistles than any other official in the league. And what do whistles and fouls do? They extend the game. Quite literally, the game is longer because of the foul calls and the charity stripe and all this. The stoppages in play allow teams to catch their breath, and the game is literally longer by several minutes longer. And in game 4, with Scott Foster, who's on the...
What evidence do you have? What evidence do you have of this?
It's at TomTheFinder.com.
Gotta go find it.
Inpredictable.com tracks the game length of every contest. Every NBA game tracks the start, what time it was, and the finish. And in game 4, it was 169 minutes. That is absurd. That is 30 minutes longer than game 1. 48-minute game, but 30 minutes longer than game 1. It's 20 minutes longer than it was historically. An NBA Finals game is usually around 140, 145 minutes long. This wasn't overtime, 169 minutes in Scott Foster, and I dare say it favors one team, the team that was gassed at the end of game 3. Who needs an extra few minutes of rest time? Hands on the knees, resting, recovering, not letting that lactic acid build up in their calves. It's OKC. And so indirectly, I argue that Scott Foster is the extender, but not in the way we think.
I think it's beautiful that he's hidden in plain sight, hidden behind this moniker given to him by the public. And everybody's gotten it wrong. Everybody's looking at it with two eyes, with that third eye, Tom. Saw right through it.
Right through it.
He's extending the game. Not only did that help the Thunder, that helped our friends at the old broadcasting partner.
Wow.
A couple more times you can throw the break. Maybe after Scott Foster's benevolence, they realize, you know what? We can probably get those starting lineups in there. We're going to be here for 169 minutes.
Nice.
I think he's extending his career. You know, if ESPN's happy, he makes the networks happy, he's going to be refereeing for a very long time in this league.
Another mission for Agent 48 successful.
Think he checks in like that?
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Scott Foster climbing a rock face in Monument Valley gets an update on his Oakley sunglasses. Scott, we need you at game 6.
I don't want him Agent 48 anymore. I want him Agent 169. Agent 169, can you hear me? Yes, I've got you. Need me? Yes, game 7. We need this 269 minutes. Say no more. Scott Foster to the rescue. Isn't it done? Mission Impossible? Is it Final Reckoning?
Finals Reckoning.
I'm going to go play some solitaire. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Tom.
By the way, Minesweeper was my jam.
Get some Blue Chew.
Minesweeper was your jam. I mean, that game always annoyed me.
I hated Minesweeper.
Yeah.
I love Minesweeper, dude.
Annoyed the shit out of me.
When you get a little 6, I think it's a red 6. Is it a red 6? Give me that. Sign me up for an 8. You know what an 8 means? It means you're surrounded by mines. You picked the perfect bullseye that you're completely surrounded by mines. You know what? It's kind of like J-Dub in game 5. That's how good he is.
The I grew up with no internet starter pack, Solitaire, Minesweeper, Microsoft Paint, and then I definitely played this in my grandma's house, the Space Cadet Pinball.
Oh, Space Cadet Pinball.
I was
man.
about that life.
Same note too, bro.
That was the one.
Same note too.